Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to create this BMI calculator using React and useMemo. Alright, so I'm going to show you how you are supposed to use the useMemo hook. Alright, so it's very simple. When you change the weight, it's going to update your BMI. Alright, and also when you change the height, it's going to update your BMI, as you can see there. Alright, so this project we are going to start from scratch, and yeah, so let's get started. So today we are going to create this BMI calculator that I've shown you, and we are going to use the Vite to install our React project. So let's say npm create Vite at latest, and we are going to name our project BMI Calculator, like so. Okay, let's choose React and JavaScript. Okay, and cd. It seems I have spelled it badly, so instead of calculator I've written calculator. Right, so let me install, but don't worry about that. That's just the name of the folder. I can rename it if I want to. There's no problem with that. So let's rename that again. Let me find it, this one. I think I can rename it here. Okay, and let's use the correct one, calculator, like so. Okay, so I need to open it. And this calculator, it's very simple. We need to remove all this CSS here. I don't think I need any. Let me see. Yeah, I don't need any here. I'll do that myself. I also don't need any from here. Right, and I'm going to come to this and I'm going to remove all of this. I don't need that. I also don't need this. I don't need all of this. And yeah, so let's create a folder, and we are going to name it component folder, where we are going to create our components. All right, so let me create BMI component. Like so, and let's have a function. here in our function, I'm going to have a div container, right, with the class of container, and I will have I will have another div to have my heading. Let me name it heading or header. Okay, and let's close that. I'm going to have head 1 saying BMI Calculator, like so. Then on this we are going to use the form, because I want to use the range inputs. So here I can have a label element, and I want to say what height. Okay. Height, and I want it to be, let's start with the weight. Okay, let's start with the weight of, let's say 40 kilograms, right? And we are going to have a range input for that. Okay, the type of range, like so. And here let me just do like that, then come here and label our label for height, and we are going to have 140 centimeter. All right, and let's have a input for that, an input with a type of range, and yeah, like so. That's our form. Then we need another the last div whereby our BMI will be displayed. Okay, it's not even let me see. Yeah, let's just do a div with a class name of BMI wrapper, like so. And here we are going to have another heading 1 with these words, your B, like so. And I also want to have a span whereby it will contain the BMI calculated. So as you can see right now, I've just done it manually. Okay, so we need to export this function. So export as default, like so. Okay, and let me come here and import that. Import BMI, like so, and I can call it here BMI, like so. Yeah, and so far so good. I can run my application so that you can be able to see that. Let me drop this a little bit, yeah, like so. So let me run. Yeah, right now you can see the way it is. It is like that. So let's go to our CSS now and start styling everything. And I don't need that. I'll be using this one. Okay. So we need to style this container here. Okay. And before that, I always like to add my CSS reset. So let me just grab some reset, and I think my internet is very slow today. So let's start with body, and here I want to say display is equals to flex, justify content of center, align item of center, and because of that I need a height, and I want 100 view height, like so. Okay, then can come back to my container and I'll give it a width, a fixed width of 500 pixel. Okay, I'll say background white. Okay, and what else? Like so. Let's go to, let me see if the CSS has been, yeah. So let's copy paste this this reset and come back to our right. Let me see. So I have said start container. Let's go to heading, this one, header. Header, I want the background to be bluish, yeah. I'm going to change that. Okay, and also let's style the header and the direct child h1. Okay, like so. Let's see how that looks like for now. I don't need this again. Yeah, it's like that. We need this one to go at the center, all right? And because it's the only one there, let me see if I just do this text align center. I think that one should do it, yeah, like so. and I need some margin. Let me just add this padding of like so. Yeah, so that one is okay. That one is okay for me. Let's now come to this form. Okay, let's style the form, our form element. We need display of flex. I want those items to be justified, center, okay, and flex direction to be column, like so. Okay, yeah, that one sounds okay. Let's add some space, some padding, right? Padding of, let's say, 20 pixel and 30 pixel. Okay, and yeah, that's okay. Okay, now we need some space between these, okay, between this first one and this one. So that one I'm going to say it's this one. So I can just do this. I can add a class here and say like that. And I only want to add some margin of top, let's say 20 pixel. I don't want it to be too big. Okay, I think that one it's a little big. Let's reduce that space to 15. Yeah, that's better. Okay, that's better. Okay, we need now this one to be at the center, so that's very easy. You can see it's this one. Let's display flex. Center, right, and I think I need them to be, yeah, you can see they are already in the center, so I can just say flex direction to be column, because I want them to be in column. Okay, like so, and therefore you also need to add a line item of center. Yeah, like so. So I need to let me add a gap, a small gap of, let's say, 0.8. rem between those two, between this one and this one. Okay, yeah, like so. So the next thing, let's take the span and style it. And we just want to add a back padding. Let's do padding all around of 10 pixel, and we need a background of our blue color. Okay, and we need the text color to be white, like so. And also I'll need some radius, to add some radius here. It's very small. Let's add this to, let's say 30. I want it a little bigger. Okay, I can do this 30, and let's see, that's okay. Let's do this. I want it the other way, the left and right to be bigger than the bottom and top, like so. Okay, and I can come here and say font size, let's say 1.4 rem. We need this to be that big. Okay, and let's put a border radius of, let's say 40 pixel, and see if that's work for us. I think that's too big. We need to reduce this one. Okay, let's see if that one is okay. Yeah, I think that one is a little bit better. Okay, you can play with it the way you want it, and the way you want to style that, you will. It's up to you now how you want to style that. Okay, yeah, so that we can move on to the functionality. Okay, let me change this. Now let me put a background color. Okay, on the body, and I want to copy that bluish color, and I just want to put some shades of it. Let's do 90, yeah, like so. Like so, you can see now you can see we need a space there, so I can come here and say yeah, like so. not margin, let's say padding, okay, because margin is from the body, okay, but I just want it to be separated with this span element here. All right, I think this one is too big even for my eyes. Let me do this. Let me try 20 like so and see. Yeah, I think that's we are going to do with that, but styling can take time to style things. Okay, let me now go to functionality. Okay, now let's do this. Let's add maximum and minimum on our range buttons here. I can say I want a minimum of, let's say 10, not 10. This is weight, so I can just say 40, and a maximum of, let's have 220 like so. Okay, this one the same will have the same thing to the height. Okay, so let's come to the height here. We are going to have here our minimum. Let's put 150 or 140 like so. Yeah, and what else do we need? Yeah, I think that's everything. Okay, so we need to now, let's see how we can get those values from this input. So I'm going to add an on change event handler. Okay, on change like so. On change, I want to call a function. This is weight, so get weight. We are going to create that function, get weight, and also on this one, so I'm going to say on change, and we are going to say get height. Get height like so. Okay, so we need to create these two functions. Let's come here and create those two functions. We are going to receive that the event. Okay, and what I want, we can do this. I can say e dot target dot value, right? And we need a function here. I don't know why I've forgotten to put that arrow function there. You need that there, and of course now this one will be our our weight. Okay, so we need useState so that we can store this value. All right, so I'll come here and I'll say this is our weight. Okay, this is our weight, and we can have set weight like so is equals to useState like so, and you have to make sure that you have it's imported there, otherwise you are going to have useState not defined. Okay, and here we want to have the default as 40. Okay, 40 kg as we've written here. All right, so let me now we can set this very simple. I can just cut that and say set weight is to that one. All right, and we can copy this function, and we just need that, and we are going to change this, get this height to weight. All right, not to weight but to height. Okay, so let's do that. Height like so. All right, and therefore we also need this useState for this. Okay, so let me not copy that, let me just write this height and set height like so is equals to useState like so, and our initial value we have said it's going to be 140 as I've indicated where here. Okay, so as you can see now we are able to get our height and our weight. All right, so I can just come and do this. I can remove this one and I can say our weight there. Okay, so I'll just remain with the kg and the weight there, and also this one I'm going to say height. All right, so this value we are getting from the useState. Okay, yeah, so that's it. And so what we are remaining with is this one. How will we get this value here? So for that we need to create another function to calculate our BMI. So let me write const, let me just name it calculate BMI is equals to, okay, and we can have here that arrow function like so. Like so, and for this one let me show you something. Let me do this. How do you calculate BMI? So if you don't know how to calculate BMI, you take the weight, you divide by the height in meters squared. All right, so you can just Google and say how to calculate BMI, like so. So the BMI calculation divides your weight in kilograms by your height in meters squared. All right, so I can even just copy this. There is no even need of copying it. The BMI calculation divides your weight in kilograms by your height in meters squared. And here we have our weight and we have our height. All right, so we need to convert those centimeters into meters. Okay, so let's say height in meters is equals to our height, and you divide by 100 to turn it into meters. All right, so our BMI will be, so let BMI is equals to it will be our weight, you divide by this number, this height squared. Okay, the height in meters squared, so we are going to times now height, like so. All right, let's put some space, like so. So that's our BMI. All right, so that's very simple, and because I don't need this variable here, I can just say I can say just return that, and I'll copy this one to go there. Okay, like so. So that's everything. So we need to call this function. Okay, and we need to call it here on our this one. So we don't need these values here. And by doing that, we are going to have an error, because this one is going to, this function will create an infinite loop, and I think it's going to give us some errors. Let me see that. Let me see. Yeah, you can see when you can't see anything there. Okay, you can see what it's saying. So it's giving us an error. So what we need to do, it's very simple. We can enclose this function, our function here, with useMemo. All right, so we are going to use useMemo. So I can just say like this. Let me put here so that you can see. I'm just writing the same function. Like so, is equals to, but now I'm going to use memo. all right, like so. And this one, we are going to have arrow function inside here, all right. And now we are going to have our function, this one, inside here, all right, like so. And I can just remove this, can remove that, all right, useMemo, like so. And now we need to put some dependency there, okay. You can see it's giving us this value now, all right. Now it's giving us the value. I don't know if you can see this value. So I need a way to set this one to a 1 decimal place or 2 decimal place. So I can, let me see how I will do that. I can do this, and let me see to fix this one, and I'm going to say 1 decimal place. I think that one will be okay, right? Yeah, you can see now it's that. However, I think there are also some errors because we need to add some dependency, okay. Yeah, we need to add some dependency in our useMemo, okay. So, but now you can see it's working, but we need those dependency, right? We need the dependency. Let's do that. In our useMemo, we only need the 2 dependencies, which is weight and height, right? Like so. Because if you don't do this function will be called each and every time, even if when you don't need it. But when you put these 2 dependencies, it is only going to be called when either weight change or the height changes, all right. And I think that's our final, this now our project. And you can see when at 0 it's 40, all right. And when you increase it to 100, you can see it's updating here. You change this one, it's also updating. So you can calculate your BMI, okay, using this range. You can see. Just remember you need to use the useMemo, all right. It will save you some, it will increase the performance of your project, all right. Yeah, that's it guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and see you in the next video.